Huntrix and Saja Boys are not only battling for the top spot as the most popular idol group in the animated musical fantasy film K-Pop Demon Hunters on Netflix. Nope, the fictional girl and boy group's popularity has grown beyond the screen to not only reach the top of viewers' charts in many countries, but to take over music charts like Billboard. Now, for more on the K-Daehon phenomenon, we are now joined by our culture critic, Professor Chie Hye-won at Kyung Hee University. Welcome back, Professor Chie, and welcome back from Spain.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Well, Professor Chie, first off, who would have thought that an American production would make a movie that's dominated by K-pop demons and mythology, Korean mythology. So first off, what did you think of the film and what's behind the success?
Yes, personally, I enjoyed the K-Pop Demon Hunters, a Netflix's animated film created by the Sony Pictures Animation. But honestly, I never thought it has achieved this much massive global success, dominating both the streaming and the chart. So the film was released on June 20th, and it quickly became the global sensation, reaching #1 on Netflix's global film rankings and topping chart of the 41 countries, including the US, UK, Australia, Japan, France, and Germany. So we can actually call its success as a cultural phenomenon and has extended it to the real-world impact with the Huntrix and Saja Boys, achieving Billboard chart success and driving demand for the related merchandises as well. So I think this is the great example of how contemporary Korean storytelling weaves ancient mythology with modern pop culture.
I can definitely see the success as well. The songs are very catchy. We've been listening to it all day today. What do you think is the most unique attempt that you're seeing in this film?
I think what makes K-Pop Demon Hunters unique is music. Definitely music and story, characters, and the style of animation. So this film tried to blend the K-pop music, mythology, and demonology with a story about K-pop girl group Huntrix, Rumi, like you, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, who secretly protect the world and their fans from the demons. And I believe this point is kind of makes this film a love letter to K-pop and its fandom, since the source of their power comes clearly from their fans. So the film also tells their individual and collective journey, revealing true identity through their bonds with each other and their faith. So a large group of fans already have formed a strong attachment to the characters of the members of Huntrix and Saja Boys. Moreover, the film utilizes a mix of 2D and 3D animation with dynamic action sequences and vibrant colors inspired by K-pop culture, such as K-pop music videos or the concert lighting, so which makes it very stylish.
I have to agree to that. And one thing that I want to add is also that I want to emphasize that this is a musical film without making it too obvious, because K-pop is the main theme. So for some people who might cringe by watching musical movies when people talk and then suddenly start to sing, even this kind of movie is also a thing for them as well. I kind of felt while I was watching this. Now, Professor Chie, the producers of the movie have emphasized that they really wanted to incorporate a lot of Korean cultural elements into this movie. So how did they express that?
As one of the co-directors, Maggie Gang is Korean-Canadian, so there are many elements of Korean culture in the film. So first of all, the music. So the multiple generations of K-pop are introduced in K-Pop Demon Hunters. For instance, 서태지, Deuce, Twice, and XO. And of course, it features the tracks like Soda Pop and the Golden, created in collaboration with actual K-pop producers and labels, including Teddy Park, known for his work with Blackpink and his label, the Black Label, as well as other artists who have collaborated with BTS and Twice. And you can also find a lot of K-pop elements in the film. The characters wearing different kinds of gat and hanbok and norige, and the K-food like 국밥 and ramyeon, and some iconic spots in Korea, Namsan Tower or Naksan Park and Coex. And of course, in addition, the traditional Korean folk arts, 민화, 작호도, Magpie and tiger painting is another wonderful cultural details in the film, symbolizing good fortune and chasing away evil spirits. And actually, I heard, as you guys just mentioned earlier, I heard more people want to buy the merchandise like Magpie and tiger badge. So from the National Museum of Korea because of this film.
Right, and also the Korean language in there in
Right,
the movie.
right.
가자 가자 or
가자, 가자.
루미님 and all of these parts where you hear Korean actually in the movie.
Even in the part of the lyrics are
Exactly.
Korean. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exciting to see those aspects of Korea within the film. And I feel like we're seeing more and more of Koreans or people with Korean backgrounds creating K-content in these major global platforms. How significant is this, Professor? And what does this mean for the K-content in the future?
We can say that this is an opportunity to expand the scope of K-culture. Apple TV's Pachinko, based on the novel of the same name written by Korean-American author Lee Min-jin, and the film Minari by Jung Hee-sak, and the Netflix series Beef, created by Korean-American writer and director Lee Sung-jin, are already good examples of expanded K-contents that were created outside of Korea. So also we know K-pop idols without Korean members came out already. So it has been a while since K-contents are not limited to the works produced only in Korea or only by Korean artists. So it would rather be a cultural phenomenon and worldwide trend. So I expect that the collaboration between artists outside of Korea and those active in Korea will become more diverse and increase, like in K-pop Demon Hunters.
And I think it's also mentionable that Netflix, in its second quarter earnings report, actually credited Korean contents for their higher than expected earnings. And now let's talk about the songs. The movie soundtracks have even been on Billboard, like Golden. I think that was your favorite one, Professor
Yes, my
Chie.
favorite.
So, and there are also many cover songs like 차은우 and
Right.
Monster X have been covering the Saja Boys. So what do you think? How does this actually affect like the real K-pop industry?
Yeah, this film's popularity has solidified K-pop's position as a global phenomenon, boosting interest in Korea goods and the culture experts, I think. So real idol like 차은우 and Monster X joining the cover dance challenge, there could be a natural connection between the film and the K-pop universe. So I think the elements and styles of K-pop are more clearly revealed through this film, K-pop Demon Hunters, and it would be an opportunity for K-pop fandom to expand its culture and activity in more diverse ways. And it would bring more fandom, I guess, like a real world fan, and the Korean Demon Hunters fans are getting more interested in K-pop as well.
Right, just like in the movie, how they have their own fandom.
Right.
And the K-pop Demon Hunters phenomenon goes so far that even diplomatic talks have been evolving
Right,
about
right.
this. What are we talking about here?
That's right. I've learned that Park Yoon-ju, the first Vice Minister of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, briefly mentioned K-pop Demon Hunters at the recent Foreign Ministerial meeting as a symboling cooperation between Korea, the US, and Japan. This is why the film is a collaboration between Japanese capital, Hollywood studios, Netflix platforms, and Korean cultural contents. So it's demonstrating a new model for creative partnerships and collaborations.
Wow.
This definitely shows how far the impact of K-pop Demon Hunter goes into. Now, how big do you think the potential of K-content will go on?
Honestly, I think there will be no limits of the expansion potential of Korean contents, because K-contents are not simply about consuming Korean works or artists. I think the Korean contents is a culture itself and audience experiences. So they wanted to experience more Korean cultures, and I think as interest of fans around the world who wants to experience Korea increases, I believe the scope of K-contents will continue to expand.
And this is an impromptu question, Professor Chie. Do you think that K-pop Demon Hunters could maybe have a sequel later on? Because I think fans would love to see that.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Or they could be in like virtual idols, or they do the like a real world concert.
That would be such a
why
great
not?
idea,
Why not?
because we already have many virtual idols coming out, so why not Saja Boys and Huntrix in the real world?
Of course.
Well, thank you very much, Professor Chie, for your insights today, and hope to see you again very soon.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Bella, as always. Maybe I should call you Mira today.
Yes.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back next week.
Yes, I'll see you back next week.